And welcome back, Echo units and fans and families. We are here with the second match of the evening, the Denver Raptors as they take on Echo Club Kansas City. This is going to be a great match. Tell me about these teams, you guys.
Well, Echo Club Kansas City. So both teams coming in 1-1, but Echo Team Kansas City, Echo Club. See, I'm going to screw that up the entire time. Echo Club Kansas City versus Kansas City Echo Club versus Echo Team Kansas City. You call what you will. They're the Kansas City Echo Team, and they are ready to do some damage. Obviously, you've got some great players on their team. You got Ock there, Paranam, KFC, Zeus, Sweet Tooth. Quite the lineup, and then both teams coming off of a win, and it's going to be very interesting to see who gets the lead first. And I think that team, you're going to see some good strategy swaps between both teams here as they adjust to the play and see who gets the lead early and starts rolling away with it.
Yeah, you've got the Denver Raptors as well here with Whit, Palador, Zach W, Palace, Klex. They're off this win versus the LA Destroyers, led by Leverage in week 1 of the Pro Series, and here to take on, as we said, the Echo Club Kansas City. Here they're off their win against the Florida Laser Sharks, led by Jay Walker, and of course Zach W, the captain here of the of Echo Club. Zach W is not the captain of Occulizator, is the captain of Echo Club Kansas City. Zach W, the captain of the Denver Raptors, of course. And both these teams, exceptionally talented. Both have deep rosters. Both, I was looking over the stats from last week. Both had very even keel stat lines. Nobody really standing out. Neither's, these teams don't operate like, the game we just came off of. The Orlando Cyclones have a player like Game, a shooter like Saluna. That's not it's not quite the same here in this matchup. These two teams, although they have players of that caliber, who can go on those scoring, those big scoring runs. You're going to see a lot more even keel play, a lot more relying on teammates, a lot more passing, a lot more cut plays. A lot of that movement up and down. As a unit, as a 4-player unit, not necessarily as chains of 2. Particularly on defense, you've got the notable defense of the Denver Raptors, Zach W, Palace, Witt, all from that team that Synapse that was eventually the Denver Raptors, who are now the Denver Raptors again here in the Pro Series. That they have one of the most notable defenses. They kind of figured it out much earlier than a lot of other players. And Zach W, as many times as he has promised that he was going to explain to me how their defense works out, he has yet to do so. And I'm still, I still feel like he owes me an explanation. Although in reality, of course, he doesn't. But I still want it. I want it.
There you have it. In the debrief, Zach, give Dimwee an explanation of the defense.
Because it really is. You'll see this defense, the way they set up in the bubble. There's something about it. I'm gonna have to drill Palador. I'm sure I'll see him this Saturday. Excuse me, on the next Pro Series cast. I'm sure he'll be here. And I'll have to drill him a little bit then, and see if he's learned some of their secrets, and if he's willing to part with any of it for the sake of my content career.
Where are your troops, and can I go there and count them? And just tell me everything on open air, where everybody's listening. Nobody's taking notes. It's totally cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think one of the main things there you brought up was that these teams, their play is going to be distributed across the entire team. And I think that's what's really going to be exciting about this game is you're going to see a lot more, I think, tactics and strategy coming out of both these teams, a lot of passing, but it's really going to bring a full team offense and full team defense between both these teams, which again is later in the season, depending on who they play, right, is going to make a huge difference. You can have teams like, we saw just before where, get it to one player and they're going to happen, right? And the rest of the roster is deep as well. But when you have the full roster operating as one cohesive unit, that's really where I think you see some of your most exciting play there is that one cohesive, if you will, Echo unit operating as a team. Or dad pun further. You're welcome. You can keep that as a gift.
Yeah, I like what you did there, operating as an echo unit. I like that a lot. We're gonna have to start using that, ladies and gentlemen. You ever
Somebody
hear
write that down.
You ever wonder how phrases kind of happen? You know, like what we call mathematical time or technical goal. You know, you ever want to be a part? You know, want to witness a birth of something like that. It just happened here. You just got to see it live. As we're going to get started here in this first quarter between Echo Club Kansas City and the Denver Raptors. It will be the Denver Raptors getting the first touch, setting it into the blue bubble here. The Powder not able to get the grab. Powder and Zach. Zach, good boost. Is going to send this one back to Witt here. And Witt going to opt to send it all the way back to Palace on the back line. Palace now setting this one in. Although good read there by KFC, who's going to get it picked up, cleared out all the way down and into the hands of Alexander, sending it in. But Palace off that shade is going to get it stopped, turning this one around again for the Denver Raptors.
And neither team here coming out with a score early, but you, like we talked about, a lot of cohesive team play rolling around. A good stop there as the Kansas City ends up bringing it back the opposite direction. But you see all the players moving here into the bubble, looking to set up a team or set up the defense, and you see Kansas City coming in, slowing the disc down, looking to find those passing options, and just like that, Paranim picking up one off an assist from.
It's really interesting to me. What stood out to me, and you can't actually see it on the stream, as that's a fun one. You can't see it on the stream, but Palace was off to the side, just eyeing down Alexander. That was what an interception there. KFC with it, long shot, and beautiful shot. 22 meters out, 18 meters a second. Echo Club Kansas City is up by 5 here, off of what a play, what a read.
Yeah, and we've seen before for our new watchers, the breaking up those quarterback plays coming out of the tunnel is so crucial because everybody's already coming out of the tunnels on a chain. They're executing the regrabs, looking to move their way down the arena, waiting for the quarterback to send a nice long clear over to their teammates to catch on a goal and put points on the board. If you break up that play, the entire team is gone and you have an open shot on the goal, giving you the ability to go ahead and put that 3 in, and that's what you saw coming out of Kansas City there.
Sweet tooth, 25 meters out. Another 3 on the board here for ECKC. That is how you say it. And
I'm going with that from now on.
ECKC. Ekaka. Oh my. Oh my. I'm not going to try that again. Palador. Ooh, quick pass here on the near side. Palador playing the QB position for the Raptors. It will get turned over there. Kansas City sending this one in. And I'm pretty sure, I presume the owner of the Echo Club Kansas City team is around. If not, I'm curious. I don't even know who would have been part of the discussion on naming the team, but I wonder if there was some inspiration from Hockey Club. What is it? Hockey Club to Canada? Canada to Hockey Club? The Montreal Canadiens, basically. Anyways, Palace. Zach W. sending this one out. Oh, good leech there. I didn't catch the name. Kansas City, though, caused a bit of a disruption. Maybe an opportunity. Zach W. Oh, that's how you play it. That's how you take it 1v1. Actually, goalie was stunned out. That was Witt who came in and got the last-minute stun on the goalie, getting, kind of just plowing the way for Zach to get that one in for the 2.
Yeah, if you guys go back on the social media, the Jeep, I think you dropped the words from Arthur on why he chose the team and what the emblem means. It's pretty in-depth. Like anybody who owns a team basically felt like a smaller person. Oculasator. A shot there just inside the bubble coming off from Paranim, but breaks it down. There's a whole lot of things there on the emblem, like a bunch of little Easter eggs in the emblem, going back to why he named the team what he did and why he designed the emblem as he did.
That is interesting, and I'm curious to hear that. As a Witt off this Denver Raptors offense here, kind of pressing out again a neutral run out, and it does turn over once again. It's Paranim with it there, far side, setting this one up. Does not have the lane, Sweet Tooth, but bringing it in off the backboard and beats the goalie. Ooh. Echo Club Kansas City is up by 10 right now. And this is a notable victory. You know, this isn't one player popping off as the scoring. You look at the stat board: 5 points, 3 points, 2 points, 2 points. Nobody carrying anything. It is that even keel across the board, even spread of stats. They're all contributing everywhere, and it's showing on the overall stat board. They're the 12-point lead here. Kansas City is just, they're playing like a finely tuned machine here, a finely tuned piano even. As we all know, Echo Arena is an art form, if it is anything at all. Palador bringing this one in, gonna go ahead and back that one out. Does get it to Palace on the back line, sending this one back in. Nice little give and go there. There was actually a sweeper out. Oh, shot off the post.
Oh,
that one hurts as Paradigm gets it picked up and cleared away.
yeah, and that's a soul breaker there. You do a lot of good work getting those passes in that Denver Raptors are known for. Work their way inside the bubble there, and then get denied by the rim. They're off a shallow shot as they can't get back in time to stop. Feeding one to KFC. He's going to put a Kentucky Fried 3 points back on the board there for ECKC.
I wish there was like an audible way to roll my eyes. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Sir, your disdain is noted.
That one got me. That one got me pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Alkalizator. Palador would have loved that. Setting up it in a flat bounce. Everybody overshoots it. Goodness gracious. Alkalizator with it once again. Sending that one out. They have the chain down, a defensive chain in the area, but KFC is going to get there first. Kentucky Fried this, he says.
Yeah, the Raptors going down early, 15 points here in the first quarter of this game. They have got to, they're just kind of not quite out of the blocks. Like their passes are a little bit off, the shots are a little bit off, they're getting bottled up a little bit on the offense. Not quite getting those defensive chains together to come back, and a lot of open goal shots coming out of ECKC. So the Raptors they got to find their momentum and they got to find their flow here in the end of the first quarter as they roll into the second quarter and try to close this gap.
And shout out to Arthur Giddish who hit me with that link in the Twitch chat there. Anybody wanted to get that the explanation of the Echo Club Kansas City logo, crest, all that, the link in chat there from Arthur Giddish, follow it. Has the full explanation. There's a lock shot. Sweet Tooth does it again as he gets another one in. That's 8 points for Sweet Tooth, 8 points for KFC. They're both doing exceptionally well, but Alkalizator 4 assists. This Kansas City team is doing really well. This is still just the first quarter. Oh my goodness, this is just the first quarter. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The Denver yeah. Go ahead. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Off a miss grab there.
Yeah, the Denver Raptors, I'm not sure what advice I would give in this situation other than you got to clean it up. You got to this is not this is not what I expected at all. Not even a little bit, not even close. The Raptors, honestly, I kind of personally favor the Raptors coming into this one. Given that they've been playing together as long as they have, at least the primary portion of the roster. The 23-2 at the end of the first quarter in favor of Echo Club Kansas City. With that, we have a quick word from our sponsors. We will be right back.
A lot of hard work goes into keeping things simple. We do the heavy lifting because when you're out there, you want everything to simply work. We build our machines tough to outmuscle the outdoors and keep the adventure going. Introducing the new Kawasaki Teryx KRX 1000 ES side-by-side. Your world, your adventure.
We are in week 2 of the NEPA Pro Series. Catch all of the action right here on our Twitch channel, the NEPA TV. Coming up Saturday, the Chicago Wizards are going up against the Montreal Freeze. The St. Louis Hustle will take on the Florida Laser Sharks, and the Dallas Knights will face the New York Kings. You can only catch those here on the NEPA TV. For more information on the teams, follow NEPA TV on social media or visit nepavrpro.com. You guys, this match, They have taken it. They've taken it away. They've run away with it. Will they? Will the Denver Raptors be able to catch back up?
I think the Denver Raptors can. I mean, we've seen them go on hefty scoring streaks before. You're probably going to see their strategy change a little bit there. Probably going to have to start bringing a 3-man offense, lead 1 or 2 back. But you see the ECKC just doing a great job of breaking up some of that classic Denver Raptors passing strategy, intercepting, breaking up the plays, and then hustling back. Just you see Ock and KFC coming right back down, finding 2v1 inside the bubble. Oscillator takes his time, dunks it in there for a quick 2 points. The Denver Raptors, they just need to find their stride and get back to those crisp passes. Like the accuracy we saw a couple missed shots there in the first quarter going off the rim, but the accuracy on the passes, moving a little bit quicker there, and then getting those chains together to come back is how they're going to be able to close this gap here and then start in Echo Club Kansas City off of.
So now the Denver Raptors in possession of a Powell stunned out there by KFC. We'll turn this one around. Up to Alexander, dumps that one out. They have a chain ready to go. They're looking to track it down, but they get stunned out by the defensive chain. This one, oh my goodness, that almost bounced in. Narrowly gets that one stopped. Now turning this one around up to Zach W in the far side too. Zach sees the lane, has the lane, takes the shot, hits the shot. Zach W gets that one in for the 3, 25 meters out, putting his team on the board here in the second quarter, as they've been scoreless for quite some time. There's a minute and a half in to that second quarter, as I said. They get that 3 there. What a beautiful shot there from Zach. Now, Sweet Tooth handled it here for Echo Club Kansas City. It's a 4. The entire Denver Raptors team was stacked up in the offense in the zone there. I don't know what that was. KFC, though, going to back this one out. I'm very curious. Not to be overcritical, I'm very curious. Was that intentional? If it was, I want to know what the strategy was. But oh, wait! That was a headbutt save. He was stunned out. That's why he's one of the best in the world. As Zach W is going to get that stun. Sent across their far side. Ooh, nice shield there from KFC. Sending that one in off the scoop. Wick gets it collected there in his own. Bubble sending it out into the... Oh, caught in the near side trap. Loose. Will be collected by Sweet Tooth. So they weren't able to get that one cleared out of the zone. KFC is going to handle what I'm talking about. Oh, goodness. Oh, come on, guys. That was something.
Hey, sometimes you just want to make sure that the pass gets there, man.
Witt with a beautiful read. He is on another level right now. Witt is playing exceptionally well on defense. Powers. That chain gets there just as he gets to the dish. Paradigm sending that one in. Flat bounce. KFC with it. Open goal off the post. Witt's going to get it recovered, though. He gets stunned out before he can get it away. Palador with the recovery, sending it out in the hands of Palace. Palace looking to clear it. No, excuse me. Sends it near side of Zach, who's going to start walking this one up. Echo Club Kansas City spread out right now. Actually, they have a stack together now at mid. Nice give and go here to get away from the defense there. Zach and Wick get together. Wick gets a boost as they send this one up to Palador on the near side. Palador does not see Paranim coming on that challenge. And Paranim is going to stuff Palador like a Christmas turkey. As Sweet Tooth sends this one up to Alexander, turning around, looking for the 3, but Palador gets there first, gets a save, and sends it back out to the near side too, all the way down. Palace with it. Palace shoots. Palace scores. And that's going to put his team up to 8 here. A minute 40, almost 2 minutes since our last goal.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing a lot of, I think that one of the key things there, the Raptors are used to being able to hold onto the disc a little bit more, to make those passes, catch a pass, get on the flow, travel a little bit, find out who else how the play is developing. And Kansas City is doing an excellent job of denying them that capability. As soon as they get a disc, they are getting pressured. They're either getting stunned out, they're getting stolen from, and they're turning the play over immediately. And that, I think, is what we're used to. It's doing an outstanding job of doing the same thing to Echo Club Kansas City and denying them the ability to.
Yeah, Witt is just doing exceptionally well right now. I see a nice comment in the chat about it. Reading ECKC like a picture book. I fully agree. It's Palace setting up and across. Zach W. Good shot. Gets it on for the 2. And that is going to put the team up to 10 here as they've got, what's that, 8 unanswered points? I do believe it is right now. The Denver Raptors.
That's what we talked about. I mean, the Raptors, they get on a scoring streak. They find their momentum. But if they still need to continue to play a little bit faster. So they've got to hold. They're doing a great job not holding on the disc too long. They're getting those passes off. They're moving their plays forward throughout the arena a little bit faster, which I think is combating Kansas City's. Ooh, and Ock with a quick juke to the right is going to right into the top corner for 2 points just inside the goal. But they're doing a great job of forcing Kansas City to play quicker to continue to break up the faster Denver Raptors play. But they definitely got caught in the first quarter, holding the disc a little bit too long and trying to play a lot of those comfortable passes. And it
one of the things I actually like, so there's that thing, when you shoot the disc, long shot there, pairing him up in goal, because just wide. Collected by KFC here at the edge of the bubble, bringing it right back in. Goes to the backboard of Sweet Tooth. We'll get it in for the 2. So when you score a goal, you'll see it there on the watch the replay. You just saw it when Sweet Tooth scored there. When you score a goal, you'll see the disc go a little bit beyond the goal plane itself, like it almost rebounds on the way, kind of rebounds back in, almost like it's hitting a net, actually. Almost like it's hitting the back of a net, kind of extends out and then kind of rebound, rubber bands back to the goal. Well, what's kind of interesting about that is when you get a shot like the one Oculator took that hit that top corner with that exaggerated kind of, a little extra after it goes in, you can see exactly how close he was to that line and what kind of, angle it took on the way in off of that ding. And it's kind of cool to see that exaggerated effect, even though it's not intentional, so to speak. It does provide some benefit that went off of the post, finding its way to the far side there. Collected by Witt, sending it out to Powder. Powder sending it out into the hands of Zach W. Zach W. does get it cleared all the way out. That's a flat bounce off the back wall. Is they going to get a chain there? No, it's going to be pairing him with a clean pickup. Going to fling that one through that far side tube here. Minute and a half to go before the half. Still 29-10 in favor of Echo Club Kansas City. Is Powell sending this one in, and the empty goal goes just wide. They really needed those points. It's now making its way. Oculator. No, it's going to be KFC with the pickup and sending it out. Oh, no. Good chain there. KFC. Oh, loses the handle. It's loose at mid.
Yeah, and Raptors got away with a couple open goals that Echo City or Echo Club wasn't able to convert with an open net, and those are some cringy moments there, because those were 2 3-pointers that would have extended this lead here. And with those shots not going on, these long shots, with that finding the line there to put a long distance phone call in from 26 meters is really what they're going to need to continue to get back and make sure that those open goal opportunities are not available for KC. But they're in a tight spot. They're down 16 points. They've got to bring a heavy offense here to close this gap, and then hope they can make up for it there with the quick returns on the defensive chains.
Yeah, and Zach with his 8th point of this round. You got the 2 in the first round. As they're just going to look at this, Kansas City just going to run the clock here, forcing that defense to come all the way to them, looking to end the quarter, end the half. Lock shot off the barrier there. Finding its way to the far side there, pairing them. Maybe one more shot to end the round. No, not even. That will end the round, end of the quarter, end the half. 29-13 in favor of Echo Club Kansas City after a beautiful comeback scoring run there from the Denver Raptors, Zach W. in particular. But with that, we have a quick word from our sponsors. We will be back very shortly.
One American with a burning desire to save the world from high prices. He is the stuntman that saved the world. A man that brought the world together because of his love for Honda. One man with 4 wheels strapped to a parallel twin engine. The stuntman that saved the world. Get your favorite Honda motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides today at Holzhauer Pro Motorsports in Nashville, Illinois.
The NEPA Charity Cup, a LAN event you don't want to miss, will be March 18th through the 20th in St. Louis, Missouri. Busch Stadium hosts the NEPA Charity Cup, supporting Special Olympics. So come on out to the Redbird Club for the LAN event that will put faces to the names you interact with in the community and help support a great cause. Head on over to nepavrpro.com for more information. You guys, I was so excited this week. I got to meet up with KFC from Echo Club Kansas City to talk to him a little bit about the game and some other things. So let's check it out and see what he had to say. Tell me about the name KFC.
So it originated as like a clan tag in a game I used to play like 4 years ago. And I kind of like adopted the name after the clan died, and it just stuck with me ever since.
Who is somebody that you are really looking forward to facing this season in the NEPA Pro Series?
So I'm not 100% sure if we're not going to play them, but I really want to go against the Orlando Cyclones with Game and Saluna because their stack is crazy. But I don't think we're going to play them like throughout the season, but we'll definitely play them at the LAN tournament. So I can't wait for that.
The LAN is going to be fantastic. It's going to be nice to meet everybody in person and see everyone. Do you have any advice for new players or players who want to be pro players?
So what always helps is you just have to keep practicing. Like for me, I could never get my throw down, but then I started practicing a lot and I got my throw better. And then once I got my throw better, then I got my stacks better, then I got my defense better, and it all just came into line. And that's when I like got into like the master team, like a master team ethereal in VRML. But just keep working, keep practicing, and you'll get there eventually.
That's great advice. Your family, how do they feel about you playing professional Echo?
They find it like crazy because they didn't like hear about it until like I was about to get drafted, like when the draft started. But they're super supportive. They all love it. They all like the game, and none of them have played it yet. But I want to get them to play it eventually. But they're all like super supportive. My mom watches all the games, and they all think it's really cool how I got drafted to a team.
I agree. I think this whole thing has been phenomenal, and it's definitely given you guys, all the players, a chance to really do something different and to be a part of something huge, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Tell me about you as a person. What do you do? Do you play other sports?
So I used to play baseball. I don't anymore, like because of COVID and a bunch of stuff happens. I kind of gave that up. But I'm really into like programming and other computer games. I'm really good at math, so I help a lot of my friends out with math, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, so a lot of programming and a lot of computer games.
Very good. Did you ever think you would be getting paid to play a video game?
I did not know. Like I've like done tournaments in the past, like in Rocket League, and I've won like small amounts, like $20, but I never thought it would be like more than that, which is still crazy to me.
So the Denver Raptors had a very slow first quarter leading into that second quarter, and then they made a great comeback there. You think they'll be able to pull it off, Sir Dimwee?
Yeah. That's not a guarantee. I'm not promising anything, but is it possible? 100%. I mean, absolutely. Is it possible? It's more than possible. This team, exceptionally talented. They have an exceptional offensive core, along with their defensive core. Whit 4 saves. Whit, absolutely. You know, there was a story of two players there that last quarter as well. Whit and Zach both just absolutely popped off. Zach offensively, Whit defensively. There were comments in chat about how Whit was just reading the Echo Club Kansas City offense like a book, and he was. It was really unbelievable the way he played in that second quarter. And then Zach, complementing that with his offensive play, a lot of some nice long threes, a couple twos, and just really setting them up, for to kind of not be as in bad a position as they were going into that second quarter, but still, they're still down by 16 points, so there's still a lot to make up, but there is a lot of time left as well.
And Sir Dimwee, I don't know if you've noticed, but in the Twitch chat, Ak is begging you to say no to that question, that they should not come back.
Well, Ak, it is in your hands, and all you got to do is keep doing what you've been doing so far. I mean, that's really it. This team there's a reason they're up by 16 points. They're a good team. KFC has 11, Sweet Tooth with 10. Alexander has 4 assists himself. Paradigm and KFC both with 3 assists as well. They're an offensive force here. All they got to do is keep scoring. They've been showing that they're capable of it, even with Whit popping off on defense. So I at this point I would kind of expect with Kansas City to have they have such a lead here. They do have the advantage. I would expect them to win. If you come into the second half with this kind of lead, you don't win. You kind of blew that lead. You don't want to see a team do that, but it is in their hands. All they got to do is keep scoring. All they got to do is do what they've been doing for that first half.
Yeah, and I think we saw at the end of the second quarter, Raptors did outstanding job there, slowing the offense down, right? And now they got to keep that going. But I mean, you look at the stuns over on Kansas City, and that's just a testament to how well they've been reading this Denver Raptors offense. breaking up those plays and stopping them from getting the ability to get those shots in the bubble, and getting the passes and the discs to the bubble as we roll in here to the second.
Witt is going to get the first touch here for the Raptors. Picked up by Powder. He's just going to send it back to Witt. Witt contending with that defensive player coming in. Gets stunned out. Nice stun there. Palace on the far side to get it picked up. Got Oculizer stunned out. Zach sends it to Witt on the near side. Witt. Nice send up there to Palace. Palace did not like the lane. Goes to Zach. Zach. Too many bodies. Too many bodies. They got Echo Club, Kansas City, folded up on defense there. They were clumped up in the goal. And that's going to get them another 2 on the board.
Yeah, and Denver coming in, playing a little bit wider there on the passes, which I really like. They understand that, you know, these short passes that they're used to being able to send there. They're going to have to spread out their offense a little bit more, really make Kansas City come to the disc and start dividing and conquering that defense.
Sweet Tooth Oculizer on the near side. They have 2 in the bubble, actually 1 in the bubble. That is Paranim playing Pest at the moment, putting pressure on the goalie. That's what that means. It's not an insult to refer to a player in the arena as a pest. The Pest is the first player in the bubble who's going to start pestering the goalie, basically. They're going to put pressure on whether or not they're actually stunning the goalie out. You want the goalie to feel pressure, to feel in danger once you're in the bubble there. That's why you're called the Pest. You want to be a pest. Oculizer pressing into the bubble as 2 in front, gets stunned out by Zach, who flips, inverts, gets this one cleared out all the way down. They have a chain together to pick it up, although overshooting there was Witt. Now collected by Palador. Palador sends it over to Witt on the near side. Witt getting away from Oculizer wonderfully. Palador bringing it around.
Oh!
Gets his pocket picked there cleanly by Sweet Tooth, who gets it cleared, and a clean clear at that.
Yeah, and they Raps not able to convert Palador, doing some good work there on some razzle-dazzle inside the bubble. Not to be confused, the Kansas City is going to go ahead and break up that play. One of the things I really like coming in at the end of the last half, which I thought was really interesting, is we're used to seeing teams run the clock, right, in the old format. Nice! Zach coming in upside down off a feed from Palador for 2 points, unanswered. As the Raptors looking to close this gap. But you're used to seeing those teams run the clock down, right? And when you know you're coming up on the end of the round and just trying to hold off the offense. And we saw them do that at the end of the second half and just kind of hold on to the disc and let the clock play out. That's still a valid strategy, even the new format. But I think this is the first time we've really seen it.
Also, just to note, the goal there from Zach W. Palador stunned out both the defenders in the goal as well. So as much Palador's goal as Zach's. That last one, as Denver Raptors are now within 12 here. Still very much within reach. They've cut from a 16-point spread to a 12-point spread. Sweet Tooth pulling the defense all the way out. They cannot get Palace stunned out. Palador pressuring KFC. KFC saying, oh my goodness, what?
Oh, wow.
Why is it open? That's what the
KFC
Denver Raptors are asking themselves right now.
Oh, dude, wow. KFC saw the lane, good on him, like in a second, processed that was wide open and just sent it in. And there were two defenders in the bubble there on that one, and both of them were outside of the goal.
Oh no! Oh no!
Not again.
Oculizer.
Oh.
That different situation.
Breaking up the play.
Very different situation right there. That one, yeah, they break up the play. They catch the Denver Raptors in transition and hit that 3 there, that long bomb, Oculizer. Very different than the 3 previous. That was just an open goal. Looked like Witt came out the challenge, and in that was a fraction of a second that I think Sweet Tooth had to make that 3 on the open. Oh no, another one. Paranim, open goal, sends it in. Is she gonna hit it? Oh no, the ding! They're not gonna hit a third one in a row here. Zach W's gonna get there first to collect Palace with it. Sending it across, although that one's to nobody in particular. Will be Paranim getting there first. Paranim sending that one out into the hands of Oculizer. Gets up to the ceiling away from Palace. Juking on the ceiling now. Palace has to juke back, although inverted. It's going to give... Oh, what a read there, Zach W. He was waiting for that pass as he gets it cleared out. They're going to have a proper stack race. There's a whole bunch of stuns. Too many leeches. Nobody getting away cleanly. Who's number 32? Witt. Doesn't have much of a boost, so it's going to be KFC getting there first off of a stack. Now sending out to the far side too. Palace with a good stun. Trying to get there on defense, so the disc is moving too fast. He's not going to be able to get there. There's a chain coming in. Couple boosts. Who's going to get it first? There's going to be a fight for it. Sweet Tooth gets it. Sweet Tooth, Doc Alexander gets a 1v1 against Palace. Sends it in. Palace gets a big.
Nice.
Stop. Clear it all the way out. They're going to have another stack race for it. 13-0. Zach W. and Palador are going to get away. No one getting away cleanly. There were stuns in the backfield. Sweet Tooth got it broken up. Sweet Tooth with it. Palace double stun. Disc is loose near side wall. Palador with it. Looking to send them across. Nobody was across. Going to instead send it to Wit there. Wit trying to send it in. It's off of the Pac-Man, and Oculus is going to get it picked up here. Currently a 17, I can't do math, 18-point lead in favor of Kansas City right now. So it was a 12-point spread. I believe we had a 10-point spread, and now Kansas City up by 18 after a few long threes. And now Denver Raptors playing like it's the last moment because they have to. As Palace long shot, that one's going to be off of the barrier. Oculus there to recover it. Just like that, 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Echo Club Kansas City, Denver Raptors were coming back. Kansas City shut the door on that.
Oh, yeah. And Sweet Tooth 1v2. Jumps in there with a little windmill, overhands it in for 2 points, finds the lane. And the Kansas City is just doing an outstanding job of positioning. They're just really out-positioning the Raptors. Like, you see it. Play after play after play, they're breaking up the Raptors' play. As soon as the Raptors are back passing, they're trying to find an open lane, trying to find some breathing room, and the Kansas City is just bringing the pressure, relentless pressure the entire time, and stopping those plays. Zach is able to find his way inside the bubble there for a quick 2 points, but the Kansas City has been doing an outstanding job of just out-positioning the Raptors this entire game.
You know, there's another little thing at play here. So when you're over in VRML, when you're down by so many points at the end of a round, you can kind of relax a little bit. You know, you can relax at the end, or you really want to get a goal to try to. Long shot there, open goal. It's off of the Nugget. Sweet Tooth there to collect on it, but you want to get a goal to try to shift that momentum in your favor, but you can relax a little bit because there's going to be a points reset. You're going to get a refresh, a start over. You're going to get to do it all over again, but you start from even keel. It's not the case here. It's an 18-point. It was 18 points. Now, it's 18-point spread currently. I'm pretty sure somebody. It's 18. In favor of Kansas City.
Just start throwing out numbers. Once
it gets so big, it's not as simple as when it's only 12-8. So, but yeah, an 18-point spread. It's one of those things. I forget the point I was actually trying to make there, and I apologize for that. But Palador is going to get it picked up. Less than 30 seconds to go here. It's just that's a big spread there. As Occulizator. Zach W gets it in. That was the point. Was that you have to keep fighting. You can't slow down. You can't let up. You can't let off the gas. You can't take that break. You can't take the breather. The game is not over. You still have another 8 minutes to go with a 16-point differential. That is substantial. The Denver Raptors are under significant pressure right now to score a lot in that fourth quarter. And if they do it, we're going to have a very exciting fourth quarter. But with that, we have an exciting word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Big St. Charles Motorsports, the jackpot of motorcycles and power sports. The largest inventory and the best brands under one roof. Can-Am, Honda, Kawasaki, KTM, Sea-Doo, Ski-Doo, Slingshot, Suzuki, Yamaha, and more. Big St. Charles Motorsports, located in St. Charles, Missouri.
Friday nights at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. Head over to nepavr.pro.com/late night for Late Night with Ivan Thrive. This week, Ivan sits down with White Dragon from Ready at Dawn, and he's one of the Echo Arena developers. So head on over to nepavrpro.com/late night Friday nights at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern to catch Late Night with Ivan Thrive. So we went from the first couple of rounds where people in the Twitch chat were even inquiring about mercies because there was such a big goal diff, to now it's very, very much in hand and reachable.
Yeah, and that's what the great part about this four-quarter setup that we have now, because you can watch the play swing back and forth, and just when you think, hey, man, I wish there was a mercy rule, now you're looking at a 16-point game, which is totally doable at this level of play. But when you look at the stats, coming from the Denver Raptors side, they're up in their stuns, but Zach with 16 points for the game, Palace with 5. That's it. The two players on the entire team with the points are Zach and Palace. Whereas you see over on Kansas City, they have the point spread across their all 4 players there. And that's what's really making the difference, as well as their positioning, is like we talked about before.
Oof. An Occulizer. Yeah, gets another one. Witt's going to get stunned out as right before. So, he puts on the brakes and starts pump faking, kind of drawing Witt's attention to him. And then a stun comes from the teammate. Was that Sweet Tooth? No, it was KFC. KFC with that stun for Occulizer, clearing the way. So that's going to be now an 18-point spread here, an 18-point deficit that the Denver Raptors are going to have to make up here. As Palace is going to get stunned out. This is not how you do it. Sweet Tooth with it. Sending that one in off the ceiling. What a pass there to the teammate KFC. Bringing that into the bubble. Underhanded shot goes a little under the goal. And Zach W gets it picked up, sent out now to the near side, although Paranim gets there first. They were double stacked. There was Kansas City already. It was only a second or two. It's KFC sending out it up to Occulizer behind the goal there. He's going to score. Doesn't get that close without scoring. He always does. That right there is going to put Echo Club Kansas City up by 20 and over 40.
There's a 40-point.
Yep.
And what's interesting about watching Kansas City's play as well is you see them move as a cohesive Echo unit to the disc, and then as soon as they wrest control of the disc, you see them immediately spread out. And then they start moving to all their assigned positions based on whatever play they're running and strategy they're running at the time. But they go from attacking the disc as a whole team and then immediately spreading out to give their team option for where to send the discs next. And they're just so quick about doing it that I think it's just driving the Denver Raptors defense nuts.
That clear out. Zach's going to get there first, sending it right back to mid, through mid. Kansas City zone. Shane's going to get there. Open goal opportunity. Palador sends it in.
Oh!
Palador gets it in off of the head of Occulizer. Got to the goal, and in fact got a touch on the disc, but the bounce sends it right in. So maintaining the 3, that will be a goal there for the Denver Raptors from Palador. Is unfortunately he's going to keep the egg on the board there because it went off the head of Occulizer. But we all know in our hearts that should be a 3, as it's Witt there on the far side collecting this one for the Raptors, turning this one around. They have a chain there to pick it up. Zach W gets their first open goal. That one goes a little bit high. Chain on the other side. Palace with it, sends it in again. Oh, gets it to Zach, who gets it in for the 2. That's going to bring his team back within 15 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and really what Denver needs is if they get a nice scoring run to swing that momentum, break those up. They've got the shot there a little bit wide. They convert, put on the board. Doesn't feel as good as a 3. It doesn't quite send the message yet to Kansas City that they need to start keeping a goalie back. You've seen Kansas City being basically a 4-man offense almost this entire game.
And Powder touches it. Paradigm gets it back here near side, sending this one up. Oh, it's turnover there. I think it was Zach W with the interception. It was. KFC gets it back. Oh no, off of the head of Occulizer. Palace gets it broken up a little bit. KFC gets it back. Nice recovery there. KFC, the object of the interview during that intermission there. KFC bringing it in. Oh, the double ding. That one hurts. Did that go through? I don't know. I don't think it did. But now I kind of want to watch it back. I saw a reaction to my left there of an Occulizer. Juking around a little bit here. Juking around a lot a bit. Juking around quite a lot a bit. As he's now waiting for that defense to come out. Oh, sends it up to Sweet Tooth. There it is. Didn't even take the points himself. Gives it off to the teammate. And Kansas City's back up by 27.
Yeah, and that's got to be frustrating as the Denver Raptors offense. Spent a lot of time there chasing down Occulizer. Fades back into the bubble to try complicate the shooting problem for him. And then they still are able to kick one to Sweet Tooth there and slap it in for a 2-pointer.
Zach sending it off to Witt, but Witt not able to play it. Sweet Tooth long shot. Hits it.
Oh
my God. That was an 11 meters per second goal. Proper. That was a granny shot, ladies and gentlemen. Sweet Tooth pulling out the granny shot.
Sometimes granny dunks.
You know what? I said, I saw it the other day. Somebody missed an open 3, and I said, in situations like that, when you're not sure, when you have a little bit of time, send in the granny shot. It's got a 95% success rate. 5% accounts only for coincidence. right? It's basically 100% success rate. And all you got to do is you move towards the goal, put the disc to your chest, and push away. Push towards the goal. It'll go right in every single time. It'll go slow. It won't go 17 meters a second there from Zach W. But he's seen back within 17 here, although with less than 2.5 to go, right about 2.5. Oof. We might be out of mathematical time. I haven't done the math, but if not yet, very close.
Yeah, they're hanging on fighting, but that is quite the hill to climb here in the last 2.5 minutes of this round.
KFC long shot is going to go in off the backboard. Excuse me, go into the bubble, not the goal. That was not a call. Palace near side. I don't want to ruin my reputation. Palace, say that. Well, it's obviously not a goal. Like, I know.
Everyone's watching, judging. Look at the baby. Look at the baby.
This one loose here. KFC. Oh, stunned out opportunity here for Palador. Looking at the 1v1. No, going to hand it off there to Palace. Goes in, stuns out the goalie. Goalie looking for a headbutt, but not going to be able to get that one. 15-point spread. So that's a different. It's a 5-goal differential. So it's 4 minutes 20 seconds. 30 seconds. They have 30 seconds to score 5 threes.
Woof, woof.
Yeah. In fact, 22 seconds to score 5 threes. I don't know if it's possible. Sweet Tooth sending that one out in the hands of Oculizator. They just got to get to 1:20, and that'll end the. Oh, that one's going to do. Oh, my goodness. That was going in off the rebound, I think. Maybe not. I can't tell even from the angle from the stream. It was right on the line. Zach looking for a clout shot. Hits the clout shot.
Oh, what?
Of course he.
What?
That's why we used to call it the what shot right there.
Zach breaking out the big guns in the fourth quarter on the cloud shot.
You know, I am proud to say that I was the Friday night. So Friday night we have an adult league that plays every Friday night. Zach W is in it. Lock shot. He's going to hit another one. Look at that. Zach is angry. Gets his team back within 9 here. That's 3 goals. There's not enough time, but man. But I remember he was practicing it one night. He was practicing that shot, and I was like, that's ridiculous. He showed me exactly where to sit from, exactly where to throw it from. I was like, you just got to do it in comp, and it'll be a thing. And he did, literally the next day. Literally the next day, he hit that shot. Palador got the call on it. Palador did exactly what you did, Nails. What? That's why it was called the what shot for a long time. And so Zach, that's why he's the Rodney Mullen of Echo Arena looking for another one. Oh, the stop. KFC gets a grab there, denying Zach W. One more little opportunity. Sweet Tooth gets it back, does get that one in off the head of KFC. Put his team up by 11. That should be the last goal of the game. Yes, it will be. As Echo Club Kansas City will be taking this one 48-37 over the Denver Raptors after 4 grueling quarters. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, and I mean, hats off to the Raptors closing that gap down, but within 9 points there at the. That's my math is bad. 11 points. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I should just let you do it. With 11 points there at the end of the game. But the Raptors just slow to kind of get out the blocks tonight. They got down early in the first quarter. The lead got stretched out. Some missed passes, some missed opportunities there on some shots that definitely would have made the difference and potentially put this into an overtime game, or at least brought a little more pressure to Kansas City and forced some mistakes and some turnovers. But Kansas City, for their part, you can tell, I mean, they watched the tapes, man. They were in there beating up the Denver Raptors passing game. And they were stopping them early. They're in transition, finding open threes. We had a couple fumbles there coming out of the tunnels for the Raptors, where the KC was able to capitalize on an open goal as the Raptors were all making their way down the arena. And Kansas City just read the Raptors offense very, very well. And when they got down working the opposite side, we talked about before, they attack as a 4-man unit there, and then basically spread out and give themselves options and work their way into the bubble. And then Oculator doing great work getting inside the bubble. Once he's got his hands on it, it's going in. KFC as well doing great work. And the Kansas City just doing an outstanding job tonight, really bringing the pressure to the Denver Raptors, doing their homework and using it against them.
They did. And they actually had 3 players with double-digit points on the board. Unfortunately, we don't have the proper stats up there. They've already wiped in the arena for us, unfortunately. So, but I know 3 of the Kansas City players had double-digit points, all in the teens. But then over on the Denver Raptors, Zach W ended up with 27 points overall. He caught fire there near the end and just started scoring one after another. Really kicked it off, but it just wasn't quite enough. As Arthur Geddes says in the chat, 25-2, where the Denver Raptors were down at after that first quarter, and they did not give up, and they didn't. They really didn't. They played a phenomenal game, and I'm excited to see them moving on, because that was, it was basically they went down really far, really deep at the start, and just weren't able to make that back up.
They did, and even Zen Mom is in the Twitch chat saying they showed a lot of mental toughness tonight over on the Denver Raptors, and they certainly did. So, you guys.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting.
Go ahead, Niels.
So I think Ak is my pick for the MVP here in this game. Ak was just doing some outstanding work. He was given the Denver Raptors defense fits the entire time. Just moving in, using the Geos as defense. And you saw it every time. They would attack him and he just could not be stopped. And that is so demoralizing as defense, having that happen to you. And from an offensive standpoint for KC, I mean, that's just rallying the team behind you at that point, that you have one player just working his way inside the bubble. He's getting back. He's breaking up plays. He's getting steals. And he was just doing some great work all around the arena tonight. But I think just the frustration he caused the Denver Raptors defense did a lot to help his team continue on that momentum. And I think while the Denver Raptors we saw probably in the mid to late third quarter and fourth quarter, I think they kind of outplayed the Kansas City in terms of overall play, but it was a little bit too late, too little too late. And Ak was still bringing the pressure of those last 2 quarters, which I think made the real difference.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I will be going with Zach
there it is.
on this one. I got to go with Zach.
Whoa,
on this
what?
One. He got 27 points in the game. He popped off. He lit off. Just caught fire in that second half. I mean, he really did. Actually, really, in the everything except that first quarter. Every quarter after that first quarter, Zach was on it. Witt as well on the back line. Phenomenal play. Palace had a lot of great breakups. Palador, a lot of great breakups. Zach W. just scored so many phenomenal goals. Also, he had a cloud shot. That's not for nothing. You know, I gotta give him some points for that as well.
That's what killed you. One shot.
That's not what sold me. That got me. That always impresses me. I love it. I know the trick to it though. I can kind of I can see behind the curtain on the cloud shot a little bit. But it was when I saw at the end of the game before the stats wiped and I saw the scoreline and I saw 27 points from Zach. That's what sold me. That's what sold me right there, because he just went off. It's like that first quarter, you know, it lit a fire underneath him. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, as we pointed out quite a bit. Wasn't enough to ultimately come back in the game. But, you know, especially when you consider they were down by 23 points after that first round. 27 points isn't enough to kind of bring you back on that unless the other team completely stops scoring, which likely isn't going to happen. But, yeah, I got to give the MVP to Zach in this one.
Well, there you have it.
Nice. There you have it.
So, thank you guys so much. We've got one more incredible match for you. We have next up the Austin Burners as they take on the Los Angeles Destroyers. And that will be in just about 1 minute or somewhere close to that. So stand by for just a second and we will have another fantastic game.
Congrats to both teams. See you guys in a second.
And welcome back. If you're just joining us, I'm Jeep Girls. With me tonight, I have Sir Dimwee and Nails. And next up is the Austin Burners as they take on the Los Angeles Destroyers. And it is bound to be an incredible match. What are you guys thinking? We've got, Steel Skydiver has come in on the Austin Burners, and both teams are pretty solid.
Yeah, they're Chrome single shots, Steel Skydiver. The Burners coming in off a win against St. Louis. Really looking to keep that stride going as the Destroyers coming in off a loss to the Raptors, who we just saw play. And obviously they're going to be looking to turn that record around and come right back. And they're going to be hungry. I think the Burners are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They were before the draft. They are after the draft as well. So obviously looking for them to continue to keep that streak going, and they're going to be coming out playing hard. I think the Destroyers are going to have to come in, obviously make some tweaks and adjustments to their team, to the gameplay we saw last week against the Raptors. And based on how the Raptors played last week, if they did some good work, they're patching up those holes. They're going to be quite the hill for the Austin Burners to climb tonight.
Yeah, the Austin Burners here, led by Chrome. They've got also with a single shot, Steel Skydiver, Woosh. You, Tyler, you mentioned Steel Skydiver. He is also, I've come to call him the Steel Curtain. Which is it's actually a reference to Pittsburgh sports, not a World War II reference, although it is ultimately a World War II reference. But from that's where the Steelers got it from, World War II, and then I've stolen it from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steel Skydiver, just one of the best goalies you're going to find there on that back line. And of course, the Los Angeles Destroyers, led by Loveridge. Here with Zenith Kazan as Big Bot. Isolate. Big Bot, I had the pleasure of playing with Big Bot just a couple weeks ago. And I got to be honest, he was a lot of fun to play with. He's a younger player and kind of gives off a very it's a fun energy. It's fun to play. There's certain people you can play with. It gets really serious. It gets very competitive, and it is serious and competitive when you play with Big Bot. But there's also a playful nature to it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I'm confident he brings that same energy to this team here with Loveridge, probably the best mind in the game. At least his teammates would say that. I haven't learned firsthand personally because Loveridge is publicly short on words, but on his teams is known as the brain. He is probably one of the most intelligent players in the game. Is one of the best minds for the game, as I understand it.
Yeah, we'll see if puts that big brain to work tonight and rallies the team to take down the Austin Burners. And they're going to need it tonight. They're going to need some to be in the mix, understanding what's happening, where they need to be, when making those good play calls. And Loveridge is going to need every one of those brain bites tonight to mount this offense against the Burners and take them down, and as well control the defense.
Yes, it will be the Los Angeles Destroyers game 2 win here this evening. As a headbutt there from the Austin Burners is going to send it into the Destroyers bubble. For Zenith will get it picked up there first, touching it first for his team here in this first quarter. Leverage handling it in the near side. Looking to send that one out. They had the chain together. Chain gets split up. This one's going to have to be recovered there on the far side. Big Bot trying to get there. Stunned out instead by, I believe it was Chrome for the Austin Burners. But somehow Loveridge coming away with it, sending it there to Zenith behind the goal, sends it in. Nice hook shot to kick us off here in the first quarter. Leverage to Zenith. Hello, Zen Mob.
And right back at it, showing off for the fam. Zenith putting 2 points there on the board as the Destroyers try to get out early in front of the Austin Burners and hold them at bay. And it's probably worth noting, I mean, we see some of our newer watchers maybe asking, we see teams come out there in the neutral joust. Sometimes they come out with a headbutt. Sometimes they grab it, throw a pass. And, what makes a difference? And as I understand it, and correct me here if I'm wrong, Dimwee, but, on your way to the neutral joust, if you hit a headbutt there, there's less time, right? I don't have to pick up the disc. I don't have to figure out who to throw it to. I don't put the disc at risk of being turned over if I just get there first, headbutt it, and keep the entire team moving. As you watch Zenith crawl into the bubble, walk it in, take his time with a little bit of taunt there to put 2 points on the board for a slam dunk.
Z, in fact, getting the first 2 goals of the game here. 4 points on the board, both from him. It's kind of, it's you're going to get there the quickest as you don't have, I presume you have to, though, There isn't really much to it. I think it more feels like you're going to be there the quickest because you can always reach a little bit further, and as long as you're still re-grabbing. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's such a preferred offensive joust, especially since the teams tend to set up with 2 coming in at the disc and then 2 staying behind in case the other team wins the joust and it ends up on your side. As whoosh sends that one in on a perturbed goalie. Goalie was not sunned out. That was Kaznaz in the goal. Did not catch who was on him, but there was a player in his face. He actually got the stun out. Kaznaz got that player stunned out there. But because that player was in the face, that is going to be enough. That was Chrome, in fact, making that one easy there for Whoosh to get their team on the board. That's the Austin Burners' first goal here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's still a tight game, 2 points only, as both teams start filling each other out here in the first quarter. Ooh! Off a shot off the rim there. Little slap shot, not quite able to put that in.
Steel Skydiver, lock shot, he's hit it.
Ooh.
Steel Skydiver, 45 meters out. Puts the Austin Burners in the lead here, 5-4, up by 1, 3 minutes into this first quarter. And, I opened the game talking about what a goalie he is. And here he goes and hits a tube shot, making himself look like an all-around player, which of course he is.
Yeah, there it is.
One that he wasn't picked up initially in the draft. He got brought up to the Austin Burners, as I understand it. And he was one I felt like they slept on in that draft. As Big Bot over there to Zenith. Zenith behind the goal, goes back. One more pass to Kaznaz. The Destroyers are back up by 1.
This is already shaping up to a great game. I mean, we all are. But this one, a lot of fast passing, a couple long shots there, and then just a lot of back and forth. It's both teams are putting all their skills on display here to see who can keep it up the longest.
Now another relay here. Burners really favoring. Well, you know what? They set up for a relay and then went weak side. But that's their ultimate setup there, and that's kind of a Whoosh bringing this one in. I got to shut my mouth as Whoosh is going to send that one in for the 2 to put the Austin Burners back up by 1. But watch that one back. That's one. So the Austin Burners are pretty consistently coming out on a relay. They send 2 to one side, 1 to the other, and that second player on that one side where the 2 goes deep quicker. They get one more boost off to go down deep. And on that last play, they did that same setup, but they went to, I would call it, they went to the weak side. It's kind of stealing a term from American football. They went to the weak side where there was only one player. Instead of going to the side where the other team might be setting up to disrupt, if they want to go to that side where they would expect you to send the relay. You're setting up for that relay, kind of catching them off guard, going to the weak side instead as Loveridge sends that one in for the 2. We're going to be exchanging the lead right now. Los Angeles Destroyers up by 1, 8-7. But watch again here. So the Austin Burners on offensive joust, they'll probably come out on a relay. And watch, they're going to be picking a side here. And now that's something that the Destroyers have to contend with.
Yeah, and that's why these are the best players in the world. Like the quarterback coming out and making that decision on the fly. You've got to come out. You've got a strong side, weak side. You have to read the defense immediately and then pick a decision for which side you want to send that disc to based on what you're seeing out of the defense. And that's all happening in few seconds at a time for that quarterback to make that play.
And another one to point out. I got to point out another one here from the Burners. Their plays are really standing out to me, and this one, Steel Scott ever loses his hand on that one. They came out in a what was basically a split. They had one in each tube and one down center, but that one down center actually was going faster than the others, ended up on a relay. That was a beautiful relay that the Destroyers are going to turn around and get some points off of. Instead, Zenith with a 3, 21 meters out, putting his team up by 4.
Zenith is on a terror right now. The Austin Burners got to be figuring out how they can slow him down, because right now Zenith is the person keeping the Burners from taking and maintaining the lead over the Destroyers.
It's very interesting. Single shot was the man who went center there for the Austin Burners, and the only reason he stopped up was that chain. So this is the Austin Burners kind of watching. They are very consistent in their rollouts. And you could probably pick up on what they're doing pretty quickly as Zenith. Bring that one in. Oh, whoa. Oh, what a stop. Single shot. That was unbelievable. As Big Bot's going to get it recovered on the near side. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Lever sending it in. Grabbed by Steel. Skydiver sending it one out through the far tube. We're going to have a stack race for it. I see only a blue chain getting away cleanly, but they do have a leech. The leech is going to come in now, pressuring. That's Chrome on the far side. Right behind Leverage. Leverage sending this one up. That's a bounce in. That hits the hand. Steel Skydiver. Thought he had the lane. Instead goes across a Whoosh there. Whoosh will make a lane. Instead goes a single shot. Oh, stuff. Kazanash gets that one picked off, cleared out. Minute 15 as that one's in the far side trap.
And the Destroyers doing a great job here. This defense that they're bringing right now, as you see them kind of swap mentalities here. They got a 4-point lead. They're really holding on to that defense, and then now they find the open goal, trying to put one in. But a nice transition there by the Destroyers, picking up that defensive play and really looking to stuff and stop the Austin Burners and deny them the ability to close that gap.
Zenith with the far side, sending it back to Leverage. Leverage pressing in. They're going to go for a goal here. Right behind the goal, Kazaz juking in, brings it in front side, corner pocket. Front side, corner pocket. Does that mean something in some other sport? I feel like I just said something that means something in some other sport. I don't know. Doesn't matter. 6-point lead. Is that?
Billiards.
I'm hearing voices. You talking? Am I going crazy? What's going on right now?
Sir Dimwee, I said billiards.
Billiards. Thank you. Billiards. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my mind. Chrome, far side, setting up. Oh, single shot. Not able to get the grab. 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Los Angeles Destroyers up by 6. Will stay up by 6 as they take the first quarter 13-7. Of course, that's where we'll carry over into the second. But before we move on to the second quarter, we have a quick word from our sponsors, and we will be back in just a moment.
And we are in week 2 of the NEPA Pro Series. Catch all the action right here on our Twitch channel, the NEPA TV. Coming up on Saturday, the Chicago Wizards are going up against the Montreal Freeze. The St. Louis Hustle will take on the Florida Laser Sharks, and the Dallas Knights will face the New York Kings. You can only catch those right here on NEPA TV. For more information on the teams, follow NEPA TV on social media or visit nepavrpro.com. We are about to be back in the arena. This is a much closer match than some of those that we have seen this evening. Slight lead here, but I don't know. You think the Burners, or is Whoosh going to turn on his magic like he did last week? We shall see.
Yeah, the Burners are definitely still within spitting distance, keeping the game very, very close. But I think the Destroyers are doing an excellent job of transitioning between their offensive and defensive mindsets to keep the Burners at bay and keep them at arm's length, so that they can't close this gap, and then as they start to just stretch it out, just continue to make it a tougher problem for them to solve.
Now Zenith bringing it in, going to get the first goal here of quarter 2, of the second quarter. That's how you say it, guys. Come on, get with the program.
Quarter.
Program.
Say it with me. Quarter.
Oh my goodness. 8-point lead, Zenith.
We'll practice it.
Zenith the game high points, currently with 9 on the board. Scuff launch here from the Burners, so they do get there. Steel Skydiver quickly sending it to Chrome on the far side, under attack from that chain, and will turn over. Big Bob with the pickup. Sending out one to Leverage, far side. Leverage able to handle that one in the trap. Works out. Oh, that pass works out as well, though Kazanaz is not able to get away from that chain, but does get the pass off to Big Bot on the near side. More of a dump to the near side, but Big Bot got it recovered wonderfully. Leverage handles it on the back line, sending this one back in. Big Bot into the hands of Zenith. Pocket picked, actually stuffed by Steel Skydiver. Sending that one out through the near side tube. They have a chain in. They have a player in a single shot. Takes a single shot. That is some low-hanging fruit. And they're going to get in for the 2. It's a 6-point lead to the Destroyers.
We'll take it. It's easy. We'll take it. Sometimes you gotta pluck the ones you can reach, man. Those are the ones you go for.
It was such low-hanging fruit. I felt like if I didn't acknowledge it, someone would think I got away with something and be angry at me. Yeah, like, come on, man. Really, that one? Like,
the internet's a judgy mistress, my friend.
It really can be. That far side. Chrome has this one here, setting that one up. They're going to get a 1v1 here. Whoosh walking this one in at the behest of Jeep Girls. Gets it in for the 2. Jeep Girls called it. Whoosh is on the board. Got his team back with it 4.
Yeah, and the burner's doing a great job of not letting the slow creep happen. You know, where you start to get a little bit behind. You do a little bit of a decent job of kind of stopping them, holding them at bay, but then they get a few more points, and then next thing you know, you look up and you go from a 7-point disadvantage to a 16-point disadvantage to a 20-point disadvantage, and it gets out of hand very quickly. So they're doing some nice work, picking up their defensive game, and just like that, I curse them as Zenith comes back in off of leverage for another 2 points, extended out to 6.
And Zenith came in, he was already squatting. As he comes in off the floor there, he's already down, and then as he comes in, he hops up, and that gets the goalie to come out to challenge, and Zenith hits him with the bottom side, kind of an underhanded pitch there on the goal there. It's leverage. He's going to get that one on a turnover here. Still a 6-point lead to the Los Angeles Destroyers as that one gets sent in. Good read by Steel Skydiver to collect it, sending it up to Whoosh here on the near side. Whoosh, long shot into the hands of Big Bot. Big Bot turning it around now for the Destroyers on the near side. Stunned out as he sends it up to Kaz. And as Kaz gets it to Leverage, Leverage had to lean for it, but did still collect it. It's Leverage now on the far side, sending that one into the hands of Zenith. Oh, big stop there. Steel Skydiver. Whoosh gets the fling and out of the bubble. That one's loose for a moment. Chrome with the pickup, sending that one out. They don't have a chain together. Actually, they do. Is going to get away freely. Steel Skydiver with a pickup. There's 2 in the bubble, sending it over to single shot, who gets stuffed by Kaznaz once again. Kaznaz has been doing exceptionally well in goal. I don't believe the stats are going to show it. As he's registering only 1 save as Zenith is going to get that one in. But I got to give credit to Kaz. Yeah, Kaz is only getting credited right now with 1 save, and that's because of the way he's been making these stops. He's stuffing. He's not waiting for the shot. He's challenging the shooters, stunning them out, and getting the turnovers and walking away with it. It's phenomenal performance from Kaz so far.
Yeah, just really making the Austin Burners work for it, and just denying the ability to close that point gap that they've been trying so hard this quarter and last quarter to close down and get this game a little bit closer. But the Destroyers really they're getting on their stride, man, and it's about to get dangerous for the Austin Burners if they don't put a stop to this in a hurry and put the brakes on the Destroyers' offense.
Leverage sending it up here to Kaznaz near side, pulling Whoosh out. Whoosh is stunned out. Kaz pushes into the bubble. Leverage here on the back line, trying to pull a defender out. Does get one out. That's Whoosh coming out to challenge. Sends it across a Big Bot here near side. Kind of in a T, almost a Y setup here. Very interesting as they will get the goal here. Kaznaz gets a 1v1, pulls the defender out, gets by that defender, and gets one in on the goalie. But watching the mini map, I mean, they weren't, that wasn't a diamond, it wasn't a square, it was like a T or it was like a Y. Like a Y formation. We have a Y formation in Echo Arena. Huh. Who would have thunk it?
Yep. You never know. Oh, and getting bottled up coming out of the tunnels. That's going to hurt.
That one loose there, far side. Leverage moving in on it. Gets it. Sends it across Big Bot. That's good communication. Big Bot going to reset it there to Kaznaz. That is good communication. Destroyers showing us their good communication. I mean, that's the other thing. That's the thing about good communication. It comes through. You'll see it on stream as Big Bot bringing that one in. Stop there. I believe Steel Skydiver got the save. And was that Whoosh who got the clear? Steel gets it back again, sending out one up. Is that going to be on? No, it goes wide, and then careens around. Somehow Zenith got the grab. Ducking away from Steel Skydiver on the back line. Kaznaz shutting down that back chain. As Zenith sends that one out. They have a chain on the near side. Chain's going to chain after it. They're getting away clean. Oh my goodness, it goes in anyways. He did it. He did that last week.
Wow.
He did that last week. He did the same thing. That's not fair.
He's on
salty.
a terror, man. And this is a slow creep.
That was Zenith. That was he did that exact same thing last week. A send in that took like 3 bounces and then went in on the backside of the goal. Steel. Oh, Big Bot, big disruption. Leverage coming away with that one. So now laying that defense. Austin Burners have a chain already back to the bubble now. 20 and 60. That was Steel and Whoosh. Kaznaz on the near side, sending one up into the hands of Zenith. He's been a monster in the bubble. He brings it in. He gets it. 15 points up are the Los Angeles Destroyers. 18 of those points belong to Zenith. And we're not even to the first half.
18.
Yeah, he's on fire. He is on fire today. Phenomenal. Leverage with 5 assists as well. Got to point that out. Single shot, stunned out. Gets that one to Crumb. Crumb, look at the 1v1. Oh, backs it out. So gets that one back to Steel Scott over on the back line. Steel, whoosh to Crumb. Crumb not able to handle it. Steel with a fantastic recovery. The pocket pick by Big Bot. Big Bot with a good clear. Although that bounce is going to get it very near the goal. Not near enough, though. Big Bot gets his own clear in. Gets it in for the 2. Puts his team up by 17 points. Is there any time? There's only going to be 2 seconds on the clock. I just got to say it again as we approach the half here. Zenith with 18 points, Leverage with 5 assists. Those two on fire on offense. Of course, Kaznaz has been doing all sorts of work on the back line. This Destroyers team is just a smooth functioning machine at the moment. But with that, our smooth functioning machine needs to pay some bills. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Your cool uncle called? He wants you to ride a Harley. It's easy. Don't drive this. Ride this. Check out all of the new and pre-owned inventory at Greenmount Road Harley Davidson. Don't let your uncle down. Get to Greenmount.
The NEPA Charity Cup, a LAN event you don't want to miss, will be March 18th through the 20th in St. Louis, Missouri. Busch Stadium is hosting the NEPA Charity Cup, supporting Special Olympics. So come on out to the Redbird Club for a LAN event that will put the faces to the names that you interact with in the community and help support a great cause. Go to nepavrpro.com for more information. You guys, this is a fantastic game. I love these teams. I love these players. I had the opportunity this week to meet up with Steel Skydiver and Whoosh from the Austin Burners and had a few moments to chat with them. Incredible young men. Take a look at what they had to say. So how is it, both of you getting to play for the Austin Burners?
It's pretty cool. I love it. It's a great team with great teammates around me, and we're just doing the best as we can. So, pretty good.
Steel?
It's great. I love all of the people on the team. It's so much fun.
Okay, if you had to choose somebody that you're looking forward to playing against the most this season, who would it be?
Dallas Knights. I want to beat Mozzie.
Oh, he's been called out. Do you feel that same way, Steel?
Yeah, I wanna play against Caesar though.
Very
Hopefully,
good.
when it comes, we'll win.
So November the 13th was the first time that you guys played together. Steel, you came up from the AAA division. How was that being now one of the professionals for the NEPA Pro Series?
It was a major switch, honestly. It went from like a more slower paced gameplay to what I'm more used to.
Whoosh, in your first Pro Series game, November the 13th, you scored an astronomical number of goals in that game. Tell me about it.
I mean, yeah, we were just playing. I mean, I don't know. It was a good game. Everyone helped out. Like, no one really did better and no one really did worse than each other. We were all just doing as much as we could to win, and that's what we did. It was a team effort.
Now, you guys both do a good bit of content creation, and you seem to work really well together. How do you guys work out your content creation?
We just like have an idea. Like, we get an idea, we get something to do, and then I just tell Steel what to do, and then he does it, and then he does amazingly. And I don't know. It's like I watch Steel do stuff, and I help, and then we help each other out. And we both do parts. Like, we will take it in, and we do stuff to it ourselves. I don't know. We just work well together.
And does that carry over onto the team?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Now, are you both going to be joining us at LAN?
Absolutely.
So, are you prepared to be Questies?
No.
Not
in
at
the
all?
slightest, no.
Nothing can prepare me for playing on Quest 2 competitively.
Who are you looking forward to meeting the most at LAN?
Each other.
You've never
anyone that
met?
I've known. No.
Have you ever met?
We live
Oh.
on opposite sides of the United States.
Yeah. Living in the West Coast isn't very great for meeting people. But yeah, just everyone in the community. It's gonna be cool. There's no one that I don't want to meet. There's a ton of people that I do want to meet. So yeah, everyone.
And we are back, you guys. So in the Twitch chat, if you haven't seen it after that interview, well, during that interview, the Austin Burners have called out the Dallas Knights, and Caesar is responding. So there we go. Venom is asking who the interview was, and that was Steel Skydiver and Whoosh from the Austin Burners. What a match. We haven't quite seen the pop-off that we expected from the Austin Burners, but the LA Destroyers are certainly bringing it, with Zenith leading the pack there. So how do you think the rest of this game is going to play out? We're halfway done. We've got another 16 minutes of gameplay. Is it going to balance?
I think so. I do think so. I think the Austin Burners are an exceptionally talented team. They have an exceptionally deep roster, and Zenith popping off is really something they're going to have to work on specifically. They're going to have to talk that one out, and they're going to have to figure out how to shut them down. They have to shut down Zenith. They have to. I mean, they have to at this point. That's goal number one. Goal number two, score. So adjustment number one, shut down Zenith. Adjustment number two, start scoring. Which is going to come down to possession, moving it down the field, not turning it over at mid, not getting intercepted, not getting stuffed by Kaznaz, which means you're going to have to come in 2v1. You're going to have to send in cup passes. You're not going to be able to walk that one in on Kaz. It's just not happening. It's not happening. These are players that are probably accustomed to walking in like Zenith has been all night, and Kaznaz has not been allowing it. And I expect them to make some adjustments in that regard. They have to, basically. If they don't, this points differential, 28-11, 17 points in between, is just going to get wider and wider. They have to make those adjustments. They have to start coming in on Kaznaz 2v1. They have to get him stunned out before they send in the shots. They have to get him stunned out before you get into the bubble with the disc, because the moment you get in, he stuffs you. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of adjustments needed here from the Austin Burners. But it's possible. It's absolutely possible for them to make those adjustments and for them to get back those 17 points.
Do you feel like the personal, these guys they haven't met, as they discussed in the interview with me, but in person, but they've played together for a long time. Do you think that those personal relationships that are, bigger than just being on a team, how much does that weigh into the game?
It is, at this level, it's significant. It is if you have a repertoire with your teammates at this level, it is a significant advantage over the other teams, and that's why it's got to come down to when you get together as a team, whether or not you have that repertoire, whether or not you have that cohesion already there. That's what those initial practices are about. The first month, the first 2 months, the first 3 months of getting together, really perpetually. But you've got to get used to each other's play styles. You've got to get that cohesion. You've got to be able to read each other's minds, basically, which sounds ridiculous, but when you've played with someone enough, and anybody who's played on a team for a significant amount of time, for even an insignificant amount of time, the more you play with those people, the more you realize that you know what they're going to do before they do it, because they have habits, you have habits, and you start realizing how your habits slot in with their habits. And that's where that cohesion works out, and it gets to the point where you can start, you can work out plays without a word of communication. There's a kind of a, I would call it a community myth at this point of a game that the Illuminati played back when, that was played exclusively with I think it was the word dude. Dude, that was it. Was it dude? I don't think it was the word dude, but it was one word the whole game. Yo. Oh, it was yo. Yo, the whole game. Yo. That was it. One word, and they won the game, just communicating with the one word yo. And that comes down to that group cohesion and how important it is at this level. Whoosh! Hook shot goes wide, but collected by Chrome. Gets that one in. The first goal here of the second half.
And Speedy confirmed that it was indeed yo down in the Twitch chat down there.
Speedy they probably didn't win the game. But look, that's why I called it a community myth. Okay, because that's how it happens. Oh, Missed joust there from the Destroyers. They collect, but Chrome gets it on the far side over to single shot. Gets the 1v1 and gets it in on the goalie in transition. And that's, I believe that was that Zenith in the goal? No, it was Kaz. Single shot does get that one in. They're back within 13 now, only a minute into this third quarter. Back to second half as well. Please embellish it more. Dude, that's how these things work, man. That's how these things work. That's why it's community myths. You know, that's why they say don't meet your heroes, because they never live up to the hype. Because this is what happens. So that's what I mean. Don't ever meet Speedy. It's Big Bot. 2 points.
I mean, that's how Bigfoot started, right? You don't ever want to meet Bigfoot because it'll just ruin the myth. It'll ruin the myth.
Exactly. He's probably boring.
Yeah, he's probably terrible in conversation.
Yep.
I imagine probably not a great dude to have a beer with, but that's why you just let the myth happen.
Word is he has no self-awareness. None.
Zero.
None.
Zero.
He talks full volume in a doctor's waiting room. A single shot. Steel skydiver. Gets that one in. Gonna put his team back within 13 here. Still 14 minutes left in this game. 6 in this quarter, 8 in the next. It's a plus
Still
in between.
Plenty of time left.
Plenty of time, as this team is doing it really well here in the second half. And the Destroyers on this offensive joust, setting up very aggressive as they send 2 all the way out, but it turns over. Chrome, long shot, is going to be intercepted by Kaznaz on the back line. Kaz has been doing so well on that back line tonight at Zenith over the leverage. That's kind of how it's been. It hasn't been when you look at the teams where there's been like one player doing really well on offense, they always had somebody else on the back line doing really well on defense as Zenith. Kaznaz. Ultimately, Kaznaz gets that one in. Like the Denver Raptors. Witt on the back line, Zach W on offense. You know, it's been a pair all night. It's been about these pairs. Kaznaz and Zenith here for the Destroyers. It's kind of the story. They're up by 15, but only 15. With still so much time to go. No, another scuff launch here from the Burners. Well, they do handle it. Oh, no. Intercepted there. Leverage. It's Zenith cutting in. Leverage to Zenith. Sends it in. Oh, a little bit off. Good recovery here by the teammate. Big Bot. Gets it in for the 2. They're up by 17.
Yeah, and the Destroyers are, the Burners came in from the half. Obviously talked about some strategies, some tactics about how they were going to try and put the brakes on the Destroyers. And the Destroyers are answering right away like, no, we are still doing the same thing we've been doing for first half. We've got it dialed in, and we're going to continue to bring the pressure the entire time. And they're continuing to bottle up as they race to the 40-point line to try and put this game away.
Got to give Chrome some credit on that one. It was a beautiful slap pass to Whoosh. Got it there very quickly. You'll see it on the replay. You did just see it on the replay. But Whoosh, after the Kaz, that's what Kaz got to get the stuff. He can't just get he can't just pick the pockets. He's got to get their stuffs in. Got to get the stuns off as well, as Whoosh was able to recover on it. Little chain breaker here as you see the Destroyers setting up in their own zone, now pushing up into mid. If you watch that one back, look at the mini map. Nobody pushed into the Awesome Burner zone until they had the disc at mid. Big Bot going behind the goal there to Zenith. Zenith trying to breathe out the goal. He does. Gets it in for the 2. They're up by 17 again.
And the Burners I don't think the Burners have an answer right now how to stop the LA Destroyers offense. And I think they're so worried about right now defense that they aren't able to mount an offense. They got a couple shots in there, put some points on the board. And scuff another coming out, and Zenith able to put it back in for another long shot 3 just outside the bubble. But you can see it in the Burners play. They are very, very concerned about the defense, and coming out, they should be thinking offense, and right there they roll right past the disc, which just sets the Destroyers up to put another 3 on the board, and that's a little bit of a mental breaker.
Notable that goal went in at 6 meters a second. So one of the slowest goals tonight, if not the slowest.
Just enough. It's just got to be moving forward.
Exactly. I mean, what goes in, goes in. Zenith gets another one. He's just piling them on. 25 points that man has in this game. Nobody else has double digits yet. Kaz is close with 8. Whoosh is close with 8. Big Bot with 6. Zenith with 25.
So close. Very
Ridiculous.
close.
I talked about. I've been talking about how the league format is going to make individual players are going to shine a lot more. This is what I'm talking about. There's so much time in the game that a player hasn't. If this was a VRML game, you'd be looking at the game would already be over, and Zenith would have maybe hit 20 points. Here, it just keeps going and going. There's still another quarter left as Casnez gets that one handled. There's still another quarter left. Zenith has a lot more time to continue that show, or there's time for someone like Chrome to come in and say, hey, it's my turn. Beautiful shot there, 11 meters out on the fade. Good for the 3.
And the Burners need to start doing a lot more of that. They need to pick up these threes, start to force the Destroyers to start playing more defense, because they've been doing a great job on defense already, right? But they leave one back. I think as Kaznaz occasionally comes up and does some good work, but the Burners have not quite cracked the code to how to put the Destroyers on the defensive yet.
Destroyers came out on another chain breaker there again in their own zone, but it doesn't work out this time as Steel Skydiver with it over to single shot. The whoosh, nice disc movement. Wow. We talk about they're the best players in the world. They stuff like that, that's what proves it. What they just did there, that's what proves it. What a play. Single shot, whoosh. Oh my goodness.
Just outstanding movement by the Burners. If they keep that up, they got a real chance here in the fourth quarter of closing this down.
I'm flabbergasted. Love that word.
I can get you autographs later if you want. I know some people.
You know what? I would appreciate that. I need some memorabilia. It's not for eBay, I promise. Zenith, we have the goal line, a big bot. Oh, Chrome says no. Turning it around, they have a chain out. Maybe an opportunity here for one more goal to end the quarter. No, it's going to be Kaznaz with the pickup and the clear out, sending it up to Loveridge here. 5 seconds on the quarter. Loveridge sending us one up. Oh, no. Zenith, the man, the myth. Is he a legend? I don't know. I don't even think he's old enough
getting there.
Well,
don't dive the man out.
19-point lead to the Destroyers at the end of the third quarter. We have a quick word from our sponsors as I get reprimanded.
Friday nights at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern. Head over to nepavrpro.com/late night for Late Night with Ivan Thrive. Now this week, Ivan has sat down with White Dragon from Ready at Dawn. He's one of the Echo Arena developers, so be sure to catch this one. Go to nepavrpro.com/late night Friday nights at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern to catch Late Night with Ivan Thrive. Now, Sir Dimwee and Nails, you guys, I was just comparing a few things while we were waiting on that commercial break, and the last group of games, all 3 were won by the blue team? Nope, orange team. This week, so far, blue team is winning, and they're maintaining that lead here in this fourth quarter of this final game of the evening. Will it
You know
hold?
what that means?
No. Nothing.
The Illuminati. It's conspiracy. It is
Dude,
conspiracy.
we should call it. We should call it every game day. Is it going to be a blue or an orange day? You never know. But dude, we could start some. We could definitely start something on Twitch there for some betting to see who's going to walk away with. Rather than betting on the team, you just figure out, is it a blue week or is it an orange week? You never know.
You know, with 3 games, it works out actually.
Yeah,
so there will be. Yeah, that could be a thing. As a slap in here from the Destroyers. 30 seconds in. Fourth quarter. Oh, nice send out there by was that Steel Skydiver? No, a single shot. Chrome sending this one up into the hands of Steel Skydiver. There he is. Uh-oh, Zenith somehow comes away with that. Zenith with the magnetic hands, although they do say actually you want to put your oh yeah, Kaznaz.
Ooh.
22-point lead to the Destroyers.
Kaz doing him dirty. Nice work.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. What's that even mean? I don't know. Austin Burners, they have changed up their strategy. They were rolling out with it was almost exclusively relays, but they were different executions on. It was a very interesting initial strategy there from the Austin Burners. But at this point, it looks like they have completely just done away with that. They are on some other strategy now that I'm not having as easy in a time reading, which I believe is the point. I hope that sentence was understandable. Zenith collecting it here, gets it away. Destroyer's back in possession. This is oh no, long shot. That's into the bubble. But Steel Scott ever gets there first. They have to start scoring right now. 22 points. You know, that is a minimum of 8 goals the Austin Burners would need here to get this comeback, which is possible. Big bot, up to the ceiling there. Kaznaz coming in 1v1 off the backboard, goes wide. Leverage is looking to collect it there far side. It will actually be Zenith. Zenith stunned out, double stun. Disc is loose. Leverage looking to recover, slaps it up. Gets it into the hands of Kaznaz. Kaz across the big bot. Big bot does get there. Brings it in, hits it for the 2. 24 points to the Destroyers. Well,
oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
The Destroyers just running away with it. And to your point, I think the Burners are they're swapping up their play and their strategy, but I think right now they're just they're hunting for something that works. You got 5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter, and they have yet to find a way to stop the Destroyers' offense and really poke holes in their defense. Chrome got on a little bit of a run there but it wasn't quite enough for them to close the gap.
Kaznaz narrowly getting that one out of the bubble. Oh no. Chrome, whoosh to Chrome. Chrome coming in off that left side shoulder, gets it in for the 2. Brings his team back within 22. 5 minutes to go here. Still a tall order. Still possible. Still possible. This would be one of those, you get a victory like this, and you're on the cover of some newspaper tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, like they're still possible, but I think by this point the Burners would have had to have figured out something that was working for them, that they were going just basically on an unanswered scoring streak, and we haven't quite seen that yet. So see what they come up with.
It would basically have to be like a player at this point. Some player would have to pop off.
Yeah.
Some player would just have to start scoring. Catching the Destroyers off balance, hitting those long threes off of steals and interceptions. Big boss sending one in off the ceiling. Skadoosh. Well, we've had a cloud shot. We've now had a ceiling shot. If we get a wall shot, that would be the trifecta on the evening. So let's root for a tongue shot here tonight to get that. That's our hat trick. Or that's our that's our hat trick.
I like it. I want to see it. Send it out. Somebody make it happen.
I was going to ask you if we could issue challenges. Like this week, you have to do X, Y, and Z shot during the game.
Oh yes. Forehand.
I don't know if I'd be interested in what the players' opinions on that idea would be. A single shot. Oh, that was off the post. Whoosh, stunned out. Zenith with the pickup.
They don't get a vote, dude. We just tell them, like, hey, we need to see one of these, or you're out of the league.
Oh my. Lovers Kaz stunned out. 3 minutes to go here. So 25 points. That is a minimum of 7, 8, 9 goals. Is that scooped out there? This is 8. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. 15 seconds to score that many goals. I don't think it's possible. This one's up mid here. Picked up by Whoosh, turning it around for the Burners. Sending that one in. I do believe 2 minutes and 40 seconds is the point of no return. And Zenith sends that one back. As we hit that mark, this will be in the hands of the Los Angeles Destroyers. Just waiting on a final score now. Zenith coming out on the bubble. Also, we do got another 40-point game for a team here. So another one there for Palador's supposition. A single shot. Excuse me, it was not a single shot. Got the stop. But that is a goal there. Destroyers up by I'm done. Am I done doing math? 27?
You're never done doing math. Keep doing the maths.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they again, the 40-point line is quickly becoming very much a thing. And we saw the Raptors get close, very close in the last game, but you got to close that gap very, very quickly. And with a 53-26 point difference, I mean, wow. The Destroyers just really making a statement tonight.
Yeah, a statement indeed. Really tearing up the Austin Burners this evening. And again, I mean, you look at these rosters. The Burners are not a soft team. This is a very good team, a very exceptionally talented team.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, what was the score of their game they played? Do you remember what the score was of the game they played last week where they won? I thought they hit the 40-point mark.
I don't know off the top of my head. I could check real quick. Actually, I have a reference right in front of me. The Austin Burners, they played St. Louis last week. The score was actually I'm not sure, but they scored.
It's 41-21.
41-21. There you go.
I'm sorry, 41-24.
41-24.
Yeah, they went on a terror, right? And then so I mean, again, to your previous point in the last game, like these teams are so evenly balanced. Like you never know who's going to roll on top. It very much comes down to the day, how tight your gameplay is, how tight the communication is. And you can see one team come out on top, just roll roughshod one week, and then come back to this. Zenith with another slam dunk for 2 points, rolling it to a 55-28 spread.
Yeah, and this has been quite the performance for the Los Angeles Destroyers. Yeah, as you say, I mean, it kind of comes down to the day. Although, now I'm interested to see Los Angeles Destroyers take on the Cyclones.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, the Destroyers are coming off a loss.
Yeah, that's right. They are. They lost to I have it written down somewhere. The
Raptors.
The Raptors. Yeah, the Denver Raptors, who just lost to. No, did they win?
No, they lost.
They lost. Yeah, Leverage gets that one in. 29-point difference as we end the game, end the match, 57-28. And it's just even goes to show you. I mean, anybody who watched the draft, no one can really say that the picks weren't even. That the teams that came out of that weren't even teams. They are. And it's just this kind of but you can still end up with these lopsided 57-28. One player has a good night. Zenith has a good night. It's just this is what a performance from the Destroyers in this one. They really came out to play this evening.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that just goes to the point of any team. You're coming off a loss, right? You make some adjustments. You're angry. You're hungry. Coming into your next match, and then the other team's coming off of a win, right? Not saying that the Burners were playing lazy at all, right? But they're going to go with the formula that worked for them in the last game, and like we saw in the old format, the second round is always the adaptation round, and that's kind of the same thing. These teams are going to come in off a loss, making some adaptations, making some changes, and they're going to find what works for them, and that's just making the team stronger. Obviously, you don't want to take a bunch of losses in order to get better, but those losses are going to force you to make changes and force you to improve your gameplay, and that's what we saw out of the Destroyers tonight, is just making that gameplay happen and really starting to pick up where they left off against the Raptors to come back and really stick it to the Burners tonight, and the Burners just couldn't stop them.
That's correct. And so, no, I completely agree. That was insane tonight. And regardless of who played, we know Blue won. So I'm just kidding. That was amazing. Amazing gameplay from everybody.
That's what's important.
It was Blue.
That's what's important.
No, who is our player of the game?
It's easy for me. It's Zenith. I mean, the man went off tonight. Like, really? Like, what else do you need to say? Look at the points. Look at the play style. Look at how aggressive he was, beating up the bubble, beating up the long shots, and just how much of a problem he was for the Burners tonight. Zenith.
I go back to I was saying at one point that tonight was kind of a game. There was a lot of games where a single player popped off, but it was always in pair. There was an offensive player popping off, and a defensive player popping off. So Zach W and Wit. Here was it was Zenith and Kaznaz, and although I'm gonna agree with you, Zenith for MVP, Kaznaz is the immediate runner-up. I mean, he's right there. I almost want to split the award between the two of them because Kaznaz did exceptional on the back line. He got credited for 5 saves. I would say he actually probably has about 10 in the game at least, and that to me is kind of what puts him up there. But how strong Zenith played on offense tonight. Every time he had the disc in the bubble, not every time. There were a couple good saves on him. But most of the time when he had the disc in the bubble, he was reliable. He was going to score. He kind of looked like Oculizator a little bit in about how reliable he was in the bubble. So Zenith, I'll agree with Zenith on this one. Or I'll agree with Nails on this one, the Zenith MVP for this game.
I think you're agreeing with Zenith as well. I think Zenith also thinks he's the player of the game, as the great demoralizer for the earners.
Right.
Indeed.
Well, those were great games. You guys, thank you so much for joining me, Sir Dimwee, Nails. Be back Saturday. We've got more fantastic Echo Arena for you. And it will begin at 7 Central Time right here on NEPA TV on Twitch. And that will be the Chicago Wizards taking on the Montreal Freeze, St. Louis Hustle up against the Florida Laser Sharks, and the Dallas Knights facing the New York Kings. You can only catch those here on NEPA TV. For more information on the teams, follow NEPA TV on all of our social media platforms or visit nepavrpro.com. You guys, thank you so much again for joining me. I'm Jeep Girls, and we will see you very soon.
See ya!